in regards kay Jonas Sultan, attorney, okay, nakita natin, he was able to execute. During that fight, when did you think na kailangan he started to adjust na sana? Ano ba ang mga dapat ginawa nito at kailan sana siya nag-adjust during that fight? Na parang kasi round 1, round 2, round 3, it's just the same, di ba? And yet, it's been, if I may just say, very poor din yung punch selection ng Jonas Sultan. Makikita mo, ito, panoorin niyo po mga kaibigan, si Paul Butler going to his left, ang gagawin ni Sultan, babato ng hook. Dapat ang ibabato mo kanan, sasalubungin mo. Babato ng overhand right. Kung kailan gumagalaw, papunta naman sa kanan yung Butler. So even the punch selection, attorney, was so bad. It was so bad, no? So, I mean, paano ba? At what point na dapat ba siya nag-adjust dun sa laban na yon?
Alam mo, napakahirap kasi. Sabi nga natin, styles make fights. Yung style ni Butler, talagang yun ang pangontra sa aggressive puncher na tulad ni Sultan eh. Yun ang napakahirap eh. Talagang tailor-made eh. At tama ka nga, sabi ko nga, because of the movement, because of the spacing, nawala ng leverage si Sultan eh. Yung suntok niya, kapos eh. So hindi talaga optimum power ang na-display ni Sultan sa labang ito eh. He could have cut the ring better, he could have bob and weave better, he could have done a lot of feint. Sabi ko nga, maganda, talagang bruskuhan yung laban eh. Ang layo eh. Ang layo, masyado siyang malayo kay Butler, yung espasyo masyadong malayo. Masyadong malayo. Alam mo itong si Sultan, mas gusto niya nakaplant yung feet niya. Nakaplant yung feet niya. Hindi naman siya masyado katulad ng other guys na mga stocky punchers who can actually leap like a Manny Pacquiao, who can actually leap and throw that punch. Yung kanya, gusto niya flat-footed eh. Talagang, si Sultan eh, parang throwback doon sa mga bare knuckle fighters. Parang ganun eh. Talagang ganyan lang. Stand up lang eh, no?
Yeah.
Yun ang style niya eh. Yun ang gustong paglaruan ng mga tulad ni Butler. Butler style may be unpopular, pero yun ang tailor fit sa katulad ni Sultan. Sabi nga natin, ito yung dalawang style na pag pinaglaban mo kahit bukas, makalawa, ganyan pa rin ang mangyayari. Ganyan pa rin ang mangyayari. Kasi yun ang style ni Sultan, yun ang style ni Butler. But you put a guy like Caraballo, pumapasok, agresibo, you see the strength of Sultan.
Yeah.
You see the power of Sultan. He doesn't have to reach out eh. And once he reach out, once he loses the balance in his legs, there's no power in those punches. And that's what Butler did. He took away the space. He took away the space. He took away the power of Jonas Sultan.
Attorney, tingin ko lang ng mabilis saglit yung kumpare ko, si Onamatic Michael Ona. Thank you so much for watching, kumpare. Sa mga hindi po nakakilala, please subscribe. Onamatic Michael Ona, ayan po ang photographer ko sa GMA News.
Oo.
Yeah, galing yan, no? Nakita mo mga photos niya, attorney. Matindi yan. Alam mo, attorney, okay. Here's a question. Sinabi mo na ito, sorry kung medyo bumabalik ako. Kasi sabi mo nga, kahit maglaban sila maglaban, ganun yung mangyayari. But what if merong proper corner si Jonas Sultan? Do you think he would have made better adjustments? Kasi last time, it was Joven Jimenez in his corner, and I think Joven Jimenez did really well, no?
I was hoping for that. I was looking forward to that. Kasi nakita mo yung impact ni Joven eh. Nakita mo eh. So, I was really surprised. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, they might be preparing for Butler talaga, but they did not really prepare to the hilt. Maring in-expect nila, diba? Kasi meron magloko ulit, makasingit kami. Pero alam mo, urong sulong ba? Urong sulong. Baka undercard lang tayo. I thought Joven would have made a difference because he did make a difference kay Caraballo, although we're saying ibang klase namang boxer yung Caraballo, pero now the handle niya itong si Carlo Caraballo. So I thought, why change a winning formula? Why change a winning formula? Pero sabi ko nga, tingin ko, baka sila mismo talagang urong sulong, kung matutuloy ba talaga bang papalit sila dito kay John Riel, o undercard lang kami. So, touch and go yung situation eh. So, they had to make do to ano yung available when they were called in. to take the fight on a 3-day notice. Kung sino available sa corner, gano'n na lang. Sana ang approach nila from the start, hindi, kami talaga ang papalit kay Casimero. Kami talaga. O, sana gano'n. Siguro, inisip nila, baka undercard lang tayo o ganyan. O sige, prepare tayo ng konti. Kung sakaling tayo mapili, yan ang hirap, Pero I would have loved to see Joven in that corner.
And I think you would have gave a huge help dito, no? Kasi, I mean, look, I really thought Jonas Sultan, could have pulled this off. But, again, if I may say again, lacking proper instructions sa corner, I think he wasn't able to adjust the way he should have been. Just the fact that it's been the same tactic, no, from round 1 up until to the final bell goes to show na, whatever's happening in the corner was definitely not working. Now, attorney, eto na. Paano if that was Casimero in there? How would have, okay, sinasabi ko kanina, I thought Casimero would beat this guy, and if the fight happened, I still believe that Casimero would have defeated him. And kasi maraming comparisons sinasabi ba't nahirapan si Casimero kay Rigondo, takbo din ng takbo, di ba? Very similar daw yung ginawa ni Paul Butler. So why do you think Casimero would have been successful against Paul Butler? In contrary, na pinakita ni Sultan na hindi niya nagawa. By the way, guys, yung mga nanonood po, Dogyut, shoutout sa iyo. Good evening. Sa mga nanonood po, yung mga may tanong, i-type nyo na po yung mga tanong nyo ngayon, and then in a few minutes, sasagutin na po namin yan ni Attorney. Please, itanong nyo na, and then we'll go ahead and react to those. What if it was John Riel Casimero? Bakit siya nanalo sana sa laban na yun?
Well, unang-una, mas magandang variety na suntok ni Casimero. Okay, si Casimero, nakita mo yung ginawa niya kay Solani Tete. Did you see that awkward angle? Nakadikit lang siya and yet he was able to turn his punch. Akala natin simpleng harmless lang, akala natin sisikwat lang, yung pala pulido. That's something Casimero can do. Oo, he can really swarm on you, Mas maganda kumat si Casimero. Okay, sabihin natin, bakit po siya nahirapan dito kay Rigondo? Iba rin, mas magaling si Rigondo kasi kay Butler In terms na galawan, yung mga galawan, yung terms na pag-counter-counter, mas magaling si Rigondo. Pero si Butler hindi siya makakakuha ng ganung espasyo na nakuha niya kay Jonas Sultan if it was Casimero on the other end. Mas mahuhuli siya ni Casimero in my opinion, sapagkat Casimero mas maganda ang anggulo ng mga suntok. Mas maganda. He swarms on you. He can throw punches at the most unimaginable angle. Akala mo, nagpipibot lang siya. Yung pala, huli ka. That's how good he is. Prime General Casimero. Yung nakita nyo kay Solani Tete, nakita nyo, sinikwat lang niya to think si Tete is also a very good boxer, Hindi nakaporme. So tingin ko, at saka siyempre yung experience ng Casimero, for me, I think Butler would have been more intimidated if it was Casimero on the opposite corner of the ring.
Everything about this fight, everything about this main event, sayang. Sayang na hindi nakalaban ni Casimero kasi matatalo niya sana. Sayang, andyan yung oportunidad para kay Jonas Sultan, hindi niya naman nagawang ipanalo. Ako, attorney, one of the reasons why I believe John Riel Casimero would have won this fight, kasi si John Riel, ang gusto niya, he would like to trap you in the ropes. Ang ginagawa ng Jonas Sultan kanina, guys, ito panoorin nyo i-observe nyo po. Ito sinabi na namin to ni Attorney Ed before. Yung Paul Butler, okay, nasa harap mo lang yan. Okay? Umaatras siya, he doesn't move side to side, aatras lang siya ng isang diretso. Ang problema kay Jonas Sultan, nasa harap lang din siya, kaya hindi siya umaabot. Now, in that regard, anong magagawa si General? He can do angles. Sabi na nga ni Attorney kanina, mas magaling siya kumuha ng anggulo. Anong ginagawa ng Paul Butler? Aatras, diretso. Yung Jonas Sultan, susuntok, diretso din. Yung Paul Butler, gagalaw lang kapag naramdaman niya na ng likod niya yung lubid. Tsaka lang siya kakaliwa, kakanan. By that instance, guys, panoorin niyo po ito mabuti. Ubus na yung suntok at kombinasyon ni Jonas Sultan. Wala na siyang ibabato. Kasi the way he initiates the fight, the way he, instead of trying to set it up, gagawin niya, ibabato niya na lahat, atras si Butler, diretso siya. Pagdating sa lubid, wala na siyang maibato. I think, okay, I think what would have, ang magagawa dito ni General Casimero, attorney, dadali niya yan sa lubid, doon niya yan bibirahin. Diba? Kahit na nahirapan po siya kay Guillermo Rigondo, makikita natin na kapag nadidikit sa lubid yung Guillermo Rigondo, bumabato si Janriel. And of course, Paul Butler is not as slick, no?
Yes,
as
Guillermo
Rigondo, no?
Yes,
so he's going to get hit. Diba? That's why I really think Janriel has more weapons, in terms of skill set, talagang lumabas yung disparity nitong dalawa, no? And I think if General Casimero closes the distance and catches this guy on the rope, remember, attorney, this guy went down from a punch, from a lepo kay Emmanuel Rodriguez with his glove up. Can you imagine what General Casimero is going to do to this guy if he catches him on the rope? A guy with angles. Yun na nga sobrang hirap. Naging mahirap po itong laban na to for Sultan kasi pareho silang diretsang fighter. Kanya po sila, alam mo yung street fighter, di ba street fighter diretso, ganyan lang sila, ganyan. Yung Casimero, kumbaga sa video game, attorney, Tekken yun, di ba, may angle, nagla-lateral, nagsa-side-to-side movement, no? So, I really think that, sa nakita ko, sa naging observation ko, yun na nga, isang movement nila, and how General likes to trap his opponent on the ropes, I really thought that, General would have won that fight.